All right, we were talking earlier in the show about science with cooking, and we're going to continue that trend right now. We are in the kitchen making an apple tart, taking it to the next level, a la geometry. And here to show me how is the author of the baking book, Pieometry, and Instagram's Local Kitchen, Lauren Coe. Welcome back to New Day, my friend.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm thrilled to be back to celebrate pie season with you all.
I'm excited about pie season, but I'm more excited about some of the beautiful things that you have created today. And I can't believe what you told me that you did these last night.
Yeah, I think the biggest gimmick is that while they look really labor intensive and time intensive, they are actually really simple to make and come together pretty quickly.
So what are we making today, by the way?
These are all apple tarts. I have an Oreo crust and a shortbread crust here. Both of those are 2 or 3 ingredients.
All right.
They bake up in 10, 15 minutes. A no-cook filling. This one's peanut butter. This one I think is miso caramel cream.
Oh.
But you can keep it simple. You
Okay.
can make it as complicated as you like, and then just all topped with fresh apples.
And that's the thing I was so amazed to see was that none of this is baked. None of this, except for the crust, is baked. All the apples are fresh, and really, that's quite delightful.
Yeah.
This is my favorite. I want to pet it, even though it's
It's got a lot of
pie.
texture and movement going on.
It does. So is this what we're going to be trying to assemble?
Yeah, I can show you. All of these designs start by cutting off the 4 sides of an apple. So I'll stand it up
Okay.
and then cut off the 4 sides, avoiding the core and the seeds, of course.
Do you feel like you're wasting any apple when you do that?
Never.
So you don't use an apple core?
I don't. I just cut it off, and then if there's any scraps, usually my dog's hanging out on the floor next to me, I'll just toss those to him, or I call them working snacks, so like I'll nibble on some while I work. And
is anything healthier than an apple, really?
Exactly.
I heard your dog is very cute too, by the way.
He is really cute. He's a dog capybara hippo hybrid, so it's pretty fun. It's like multiple pets in one.
I love it. All right, so once you get the sides chopped off,
Yeah,
how
so
do you
then we
attack
have a
the apple
section.
nuts?
We
Okay.
don't need any fancy equipment aside from a sharp knife. So
All right.
if you have a mandolin, if you're brave enough to own one and use one, I am not.
Why are we have to? That does freak me out because I'm always
Same.
afraid I'm going to slice something
Exactly,
that's not the food,
and
you know?
I know I will, so I'm too scared to own one. But the good news is that a simple chef's knife, anything that's sharp and that you're comfortable using, will do perfectly fine. And that's pretty much it. That's the whole technique. You don't have to go to cooking
I have a really
school
hard
to
time
know.
with the consistency of my thin slices.
And the best part about this design is that the more variation, whether some of your slices are taller or thicker, it just kind of adds to the dimension of the design, which is really fun. So whether you are skilled with your knife wielding or you could use a little bit of practice, either way, this design works really well.
So you just...
And then I just stand it up right in the cream. I like to start in the middle, work my way out, but that's pretty much it.
Y'all, that's pretty easy. That's pretty cool.
And depending on the type of apple that you choose, like a Cosmic Crisp that doesn't really oxidize, I don't treat these apples, I don't brush them with any honey or lemon water. They just stay fresh. I serve it as is, and they hold up pretty well and taste delicious.
I mean, well, you said you made these last night. They still look pretty good to me.
Yeah, I call it apple pie light. So you don't have to go through all the trouble of making dough and baking it for hours.
Are there some apples that oxidize less than others?
Yeah, Cosmic Crisp, Honey Crisp. Sometimes, depending on Granny Smith, sometimes I find that they turn a little bit brown. Sometimes they hold up pretty well. There's this really fun Mountain Rose in here that has a pink flesh inside.
I was asking because I was looking around at this, and then may I take this one here?
Yeah.
I just want to show everybody. Look at this.
It's really fun.
This is the actual natural color of this apple right here.
Yeah, so that one is fun too. If you don't want to play with the color of the skin, you can
This
also
is what
play
kind
with the
is
color
this?
of the flesh. Mountain Rose.
How to eat it?
So it's like kind of tart, it's juicy without the astringency of a Granny Smith.
Oh, I'm into that.
Really tasty, yeah.
Oh,
beautiful
I
and
love
delicious.
That. Oh my gosh. What other kind of fruits would you use to do this and not have to worry about not cooking them?
In the summer, I like to do these same designs with stone fruit, so plums, peaches, nectarines, all kinds of stone fruit hybrids. In the fall, I do use some pears, and sometimes those do brown a little bit more, so you can always brush with honey or lemon water, or just serve right away.
So when you say brush with honey or lemon water, you just, once you've cut it, just kind of brush them all?
Yeah, I mix a little bit of honey into water or drip some lemon juice in there and just kind of take a pastry brush and lightly brush over the top.
Once it's assembled?
Yeah. You can also soak all your slices there.
Okay.
I feel like that's an extra step where you have to like drain it and pat it dry and all that. I'm
You
lazy.
said the fillings were no bake. How do you make the fillings?
They're no cook, so it's cream cheese and powdered sugar.
Okay.
And that's kind of the base, and then you can add whatever flavoring. So you can add cinnamon, you can fold in some caramel, you can add in like freeze-dried strawberry powder, matcha green tea powder, and then blend it well, and then I fold in a little bit of whipped cream to make it light and fluffy,
To make it fluffy. Well, I'm gonna try, if that's okay. I wanna just get up in here.
Yes,
So tell me
please
about some of your workshops that are happening right now so people can actually, sit with you and learn this.
Yeah, so for anybody who wants to do the full deep dive into a traditional pie, I'm teaching a complete pie workshop in McMinnville, Oregon in November, on November 4th. There's a couple spots left. I'll teach people how to make all butter pie dough from scratch. I'll demo a few of my designs, and participants get to go home with a full ready-to-bake pie that they make themselves.
This, to me, tastes like a caramel apple.
Yes, but in a tart form, and that way everybody gets a slice. It's much easier to eat, in my opinion.
And not as heavy
And not as heavy, yeah.
Okay, Lauren, this is delicious. Thank you so much for bringing these beautiful things. I mean,
Thanks
did you
for
guys
having
get
me
a
back.
look at this? Can I just show you this for a second? I mean, that's amazing.
Really fun way to showcase fall produce.
Patience is a virtue with these pies, but the outcome is just glorious.
It's worth it.
Thank you
And it
so
tastes
much,
good.
my
Thanks
friend.
for having
Good to see you.